It actually closed above all of these candles, so that's always a good sign. And then it skyrocketed from there for a significant profit. So that's the alligator strategy. Just wanted to go through it. And this one video, I want you to share this with your friends because this one video is going to save a lot of people a lot of money.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
What's going on YouTube? This is Mercermillions coming at you again with another video. We're going to actually go over a quick tutorial today, a very profitable tutorial and a very easy tutorial for your new users. If you're using pocket options, if you're using Quotex, if you're using any other broker or browser, it'll be very easy for you to follow these steps for experienced traders and even for new traders. So we're gonna go ahead and get right to it. So this strategy is called the Alligator strategy. So if you're following along on any platform, this is something that's on Pocket Options or Quotex, but I'm currently on Quotex right now, trying out a new broker, trying to see if I like it better than Pocket Options, and I'm gonna be testing out other brokers as well. But if you look over here to the left, if you have Quotex, you see Alligator. So I'm gonna go ahead and click that Alligator, and it's gonna show you 3 lines. Now, what are these 3 lines exactly? These lines are basically like similar to EMAs, like moving averages. So it's a super simple strategy. So the gist of the strategy is when the faster moving EMA or the faster moving line, which is a green line, crosses above or below, we're going to look for buy or sell signals. So for this instance, this green line crossed down over the other 2 lines. So once that cross completes, we're looking for sell opportunities. Right here, we had a pullback, but then it pushed back down, and then it pushed back down again. So it seems like a fairly simple strategy. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take 10 trades. This is on my live account. I'm going to take 10. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put $10 trades just because this is OTC. And OTC moves a little different on the weekends. If you're not an experienced trader, I wouldn't advise you to trade on OTC just because it moves a little different, and it's almost like similar to gambling because it's not the real market, it's a synthetic market. OTC stands for over the counter, and the markets are technically not open right now. It's Saturday night right here. Saturday night, 10:40 Central Time, so the market is closed. So for you new traders, if you see OTC, know that you're playing it with a different risk. Can you still make money and make withdrawals? Yes. But I would just suggest this for more of the experienced traders or somebody who just trades a lot of OTC. All right, so I'm actually gonna trade a bunch of different currency pairs. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit this plus sign at the top left, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick several different currency pairs to trade with. And what I'm gonna do is just cycle through them, look for my opportunity, take the trade. We're taking 3-minute trades, by the way. My instructors and my 6 and 7 figure earner traders on my platform always suggest 3-minute trades. So we're going to go ahead and do 3-minute trades, and also we're doing 1-minute candles as well. So the alligator strategy, when it crosses up above both lines, we're going to look for buy opportunities. So if I see the momentum pushing, I see a candle pushing past those, what I'm going to do is as soon as the candle closes, if I get the crossover in the candle close, I'm gonna go ahead and put in a buy for 3 minutes. So I'm gonna put in my first one so you guys can see it. So I wanna try to find the opportunity. And then after that, I'm just gonna go ahead and fast forward through the different pairs. Another way we can play this strategy as well is if we see a rejection off the candles as well. So I saw one of those setups. So this right here, if we see several rejections on the candle, that's an engulfing candle. If we can receive our engulfing candle in a sell signal, we can actually go ahead and put in a sell. So we got the rejection and the pullback. So just for example, I'm gonna go ahead and got my 3 minutes on here. I'm gonna go ahead and do a 3-minute sale, and we can watch this together. After this, I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this, so we won't have to take a lot of time to look, but we can go ahead and watch this one play out and see if we come up with the win. All right, guys, so we did not win that first trade, and all of the $10 trades are going to be the alligator trades. So right now we're 0 for 1, so I got 9 more trades to go. So I'm going to continue to look for setups, and once I finish, we'll go ahead and do the numbers and see if this is an actual successful strategy. Should you try this strategy or not? So I'm going to go ahead and put this in fast forward and get through some trades. Looks like we got a good setup. It tried to push up, couldn't break. We got a double top right here. It hit this zone, rejected, hit this zone, rejected again. I'm just looking for this candle to close, and a nice little push down with this green line. The green line is the faster moving average, and once this crosses and close, we'll go ahead and put in a 3-minute sale and see if we can make some money. All right, so that was a good win. I kind of like that setup where it broke, it retested, and then I had this super strong engulfing candle. We had a little consolidation and then the push down. So right now I'm literally just taking whichever one I see, but in the future, I'm gonna try to master this strategy and use the tools that we have with our platform to see if we can improve our success rate. But so far, looks like we got two losses, and 3 wins so far, and I'm pretty much blindly taking these. So I feel like if we were to add a little more strategy to it, we could probably be at 4 out of 5 or even 5 out of 5. But I'm gonna keep searching, and literally I'm just looking for the green line, which is the faster moving EMA, to cross over. Once it cross over, if it's looking like it's pulling back, I'll let it pull back a little bit and get in. Or if it's just a fresh cross, I'll wait for, like, let's say for this candle to close, and then just get on the next candle for 3 minutes. I'm trading in consolidated markets and trending markets just to see what my results are. But I just wanted to, check this out and see how accurate this strategy was without any additional tools, or just, as a new consumer watching YouTube, seeing somebody say the alligator strategy is 90% accurate. This is how a newbie trader would trade. So this could save somebody a lot of money or make somebody a lot of money. And also, I want to reiterate, I am on OTC, and OTC moves a little bit different than the regular market. So just giving you guys a review on the alligator strategy. So I'm going to go ahead and get back to it. I'm in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 wins, 2 losses. So let's get back to it. Now with this setup here, since it's trending down, I want to look for a rejection and then a push back down. If I get the rejection and a push back down, I feel like that's a very highly probable trade. So we're gonna go ahead and check that out. Or, just for the sake of the trade, like I said, a newbie trader doesn't necessarily know about break and retest and pullbacks and all that. So if this green line crosses all the way up, I'm gonna wait for the candle to close and I'm gonna take the trade and let's see what happens. So if somebody would have saw that and prematurely got into the trade, this is how you get faked out. I know this as an experienced trader, that's why I waited. But 90% of newbie traders would have got right in there when it crossed, but the candle didn't close. A lot of times you have to wait for your confirmation for the candle to actually close to get into the trade. So I'm gonna hold off on this until it crosses above or crosses below and closes, and I get a definitive rejection. But just so you know, as a quick tip, anytime the lines are parallel like this is called when the alligator is sleeping. And when the alligator is sleeping, it basically means there's a consolidation. Consolidation means that the market doesn't know if it wants to go up or down. And I believe the percentage for consolidation is like 70 to 80%. So the market isn't trending all the time. A lot of times it is in consolidation. But when the consolidation happens, once it breaks out to the top or breaks out to the bottom, then that's going to be an established trend or established momentum. And it's usually good to get into trades after you see consolidation for a while, then the breakout. So we're going to see if this is going to break out to the top or break out to the bottom. I'm going to wait on this because I feel like this is a good setup. So we're going to see what happens after the consolidation, get in for a 3-minute trade. So it did technically cross right here, but I want to make for a little more of a definitive cross and like a break, a strong break in either direction. So this is where majority of people lose their money from. At first I was kind of taking random trades, but I actually want to use this as like a more of a educational tool to let you guys know how the markets work. And for you new traders, this is how people lose their money. Just getting into the trades too early, not waiting on your confirmations, and just being too eager. So patience is the name of the game. Majority of the time you're going to be waiting for your setup, and if you wait for your setup, it should increase your win percentage. So we're going to keep waiting and see if it wants to break to the top or break to the bottom. Wait for the candle to close and get in for a 3-minute buy or sell. All right, so this looks like a pretty strong candle, pretty strong rejection. We got the price trying to push up, rejection, price trying to push up, rejection. These are usually the type of setups that we like. I just want to get a confirmed cross. If it pushes down past this area, that's usually a great sign for it to just completely drop. But once again, we're going to wait because it can fake us out and then push back to the upside. So still playing the waiting game, guys, and this is the real life experience. You guys get to see how this trading stuff works. All right, so that's the cross. Not a strong enough cross for me because it looks like the alligator is still asleep. So I wanna get a more defined cross. So I'm gonna keep waiting, guys. And as you can see, if you would have got in on a sale, you would have instantly been in the negative. So we're actually getting all our lessons without losing money right now, which is amazing. So we're gonna keep on waiting. So this looks like the push that we were looking for. I'm gonna wait this next 10 seconds for the candle to close. And then I may or may not get in, let's see. All right, so I got in on that one because this candle closed above these candles. So technically it broke this ceiling. It looked like it had a little more momentum to push up. I could have waited a little longer, but just wanted to get into the trade to see what happens. But it looks like this is going to be the push that we were looking for. So let's wait our 2 minutes and 30 seconds and see what happens. All right, guys, so we got that trade. Now the key for us to win that trade is I actually just stopped blindly taking trades because I actually wanted to see what was working and what was working, what was working and what wasn't working. Sorry, English is not my first language. But it pushed up to the upside, bounced down, up and down, and all of this area, we got faked out a bunch of times. But once again, you don't want to trade when the mouth of the alligator is closed. This is a consolidation period. As you can see, the mouth of the alligator was open. We waited on this candle to close. Once this closed, we got in on this candle on a 3-minute buy, and it was successful. So let's go ahead and get to the next trade. All right, guys, so this is another example of what happens when you get into the trade too early. So I saw this strong red candle, but I didn't wait for it to close below these candles. If you can look and see, all of these candles pretty much closed around the same area. So what this means is this is a floor right here. So it literally hit a floor and then blasted off. So did it cross down? Yes, it did, but we didn't get a significant enough move to the downside for us to make a decision. And the reason why I'm trading like this is I'm showing you good examples and bad examples so you guys can know and learn what works and what doesn't work, what works and what doesn't work, and what happens when you're impatient. You got to get your confirmations. I did not get the confirmation on this one, but I did get the crosses. I wanted to see what happens, and you saw what happens. I took the L. So I'm literally getting wins and losses for you guys. So when you do find out strategies, when you use our tools, if you're trading on your own, whatever the case is, make sure you have your list of confirmations. Our confirmation is to wait for the green line to cross under all of the lines, and we either get a big engulfing candle or we get a break of structure. Break of structure means we want one of the candles, sell candle, to break past this area to the downside or the upside, depending on what the market structure is doing for us to confirm. So as we see over here, we got the green cross up. This is the candle that signaled us in, and it closed above all the other candles, and it also closed above the line. We would have got in on this candle and probably been in profit. So it looks like overall the strategy is solid, but you just have to add some more tweaks to it to have a high probability. So we got a couple more trades left, so let's go ahead and get back to it. All right, perfect. So this is another setup. So let's see what the ultimate trend is. So it looks like it's an uptrend. So on an uptrend, of course, we're looking for buy situations, but we're gonna wait. The alligator is closed. This looks like the ideal setup, guys. If you're trading on an alligator strategy, wait for the consolidation. As we know, it's probably gonna consolidate for a couple minutes, so I'll just go ahead and fast forward it during that time, so you guys won't go to sleep. But you know, closed mouth alligator consolidation. Wait on the breakout. Wait for it to break under these candles or break up. Wait for our green line to cross up or down, and we get a significant move. 3-minute buy or sell, and collect your money. So let's see if this is going to work for us. This looks like the perfect setup for the consolidation, and let's see what happens. That could have been an opportunity for somebody to get into a buy. I'm just pointing out the fake outs. This is like really like so valuable to you guys. You just don't understand how much money this is going to save you. Because in my earlier trading days, I would have got in on that buy before it closed, just because I saw it pushing up and I wanted to prematurely get in it so I can get in early. But I'm gonna keep pressing this on you guys. Wait on your confirmations. Wait on your confirmations. Wait on your confirmations. If it crosses to the downside, I'm not going to make the same mistake I did on the last trade. I'm going to wait for it to close underneath these candles. You see this bearish candle, this bullish candle, it obviously hit a floor right here. It rejected out of this area. So if it pushes down, I'm not going to get in until it closes under here. If it pushes to the top, I'm not going to get in unless I see a strong push or a very strong buy candle. It's kind of tricky at the top because the ceiling is way up here, so I'm just going to look for some strong momentum, but this one's an easy call. Once it cracks past this and closes, then I'm getting right in. But for the buy, you know, I have to do a little bit more of an intuitive trade because this ceiling is way up here, and I don't want to wait for it to be way up there because we got all of this room for it to break out. So we're going to play the waiting game and wait for our move. Another thing that we want to take into consideration, this is an uptrend. We got higher highs, and then we got a higher high right here. So this is technically an uptrend at the moment. So it usually favors the buys. I'm not going to say it can't possibly crack down to the downside. It can go either way. One thing you want to know is you don't ever have to marry a trade. We never have to stay locked in on it has to buy or it has to sell. Because at the end of the day, the market can do whatever the hell the market wants to do. We just wait for our confirmations and then get in and ride the momentum. But just rule of thumb, we usually want to trade with the trend. Usually when we get higher highs, it's usually, you know, an uptrend. Now, it can get a little tricky with binary because we're dealing with a very low time frame. So technically, this is a higher high and this is a lower high. But overall, the market is going up, you know. So this is a couple things to look at. Definitely don't want to confuse you guys, but Let's just see what happens. Like I said, overall, me personally, just in my mind, when I see this move going up, 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 I personally, in my head, tend to have a bias during the buys, but anything is possible. We don't marry any decision until we get our confirmation. So it looks like we got the break right here. So let's see if we can get the close. If we get the okay close below, we got the candle close below. We got the crossover. Let's go ahead and get in on the 3-minute sale. All right, guys. So that was our 10 trades. So let's go ahead and count it up and see how we